Hey guys, welcome back and I hope you're well. Today we're in my dining room. I feel like because I'm decorating my office, we're going to be having like a tour of every single room in my house whilst it gets decorated. But yeah, dining room today. Hope you don't mind that. So, as you can see, I have got wet hair. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I'm styling my hair currently, how I'm curling it, what products I'm using, because it's actually one of the most asked questions that I get. Obviously, I have loads of hair tutorials on my channel already. I will leave them down below or at the end of this video so you can check those out as well, but they are a bit dated now, and obviously I've got shorter hair now as well. So I thought I would film this and show you what I'm doing at the moment. First things first, dry my hair. I literally just blast it dry upside down, so let's get going. So then I'm just gonna give it a quick brush through, just because obviously drying it upside down can make it a little bit knotty. I never dry it so it's completely bone dry, because then I just like to go over it once I've parted it. I still do have a bit of a fringe left, so I like to part it in quite a severe side parting, just because I find that hides the fringe, and it's actually how, well, I just feel like it suits me a little bit better when it's on the side. So next up, I'm just gonna grab the hairdryer again and then just blast the roots just to get a bit of volume. So I just realised I totally forgot to spray any heat protect in my hair, so I'm just going to do it now. I'm just using the Andrew Barton heat protect spray. Usually I do this when it's wet. Because I'm filming, that all went out the window, completely forgot, so sorry hair. As you can see, my hair is very, very straight. Now, if you've got curly hair, I would suggest that you quickly run the straighteners over it for this step and just get it a little bit more manageable and a bit more straight. However, if your hair is like mine, you don't really need to do that because it's already straight. So, ironically, I'm now going to put some curls in my hair. Funny that, we always want what we don't have. So first up, I like to spray through some of this thermal protection hairspray, and I feel that this really helps kind of keep the curls in place and also protects my hair as well. I'll be talking about some of the products that I use at the end of the video anyway. So grabbing my GHD straighteners, you can use any straighteners, but I really like these GHD ones at the moment. I just grab sections of hair. I don't part it or anything like that because I just don't have time. Usually I just want my hair to be done. So I'm just going to grab it like that, clamp it down, and then you just want to twist it, and you don't need to twist it very much to get a curl. So you just want to run it all the way down the hair, and as you can see, that's created quite a cool curl already. I think sometimes when people curl with straighteners, you think you've got to really twist it, but as you can see, a little minimal twist just gives a really cool curl, and don't worry, we won't be leaving them like this. So I'm just going to literally do that all over my hair. Now I actually prefer doing this side first because it usually goes better. I find it easier to twist the straighteners this way. I guess, I don't know why really. I just find it easier this way. So the underneath bit on my hair is quite short, as you can see, and I don't really worry about it too much. I don't worry that I have some straight bits and some curly bits because I kind of like that messy curl. But as you can see, I'm just going to grab this section of hair underneath, and then I literally just do like one curl in it, and that's kind of enough just to stop it being too straight. So then I just go around my hair, just do some at the back as well. Go away. So then doing this side, my worst side, I literally just do the same thing. I just get a little section of hair and then just twist it and just pull it through like so, and then I just do obviously the whole section. Sometimes on this side they don't curl as much. I don't know why. I haven't figured that out. Maybe I'm twisting it too much, but it just never quite goes as good as the other side. But once you've done them all and we brush them through, it doesn't really matter anyway. So because I've got my fringe at the front and it hasn't quite grown out yet, I kind of curl this in two sections. So I grab the back short section and then just do exactly the same thing. Then I do the front bit, same way, And then I basically just kind of twist them around like this, and it kind of makes them twist into the hair. As you can see, you would never know that's a short bit of hair there because it kind of twists with the other curl. So that's always a good way of like hiding your fringe. Obviously, the longer that is, the easier it becomes. When it was shorter, I couldn't quite get away with that. I never worry if I've got a few straight bits. It doesn't bother me because I do like that kind of messy, wavy look, and that's what we're kind of trying to achieve here. So I'm just going to do the rest of my hair and I'll catch up with you when it's curled. We want to now leave the curls to completely cool down before we do anything with them except hairspray. At the moment, this one got to be the Too Sexy spray. Just going to literally spray it over the curls, kind of breaking them up with my fingers but not doing too much just because my hair doesn't always hold a curl very well, so we don't want to kind of get rid of the curls before they've even started. And if I've got a little bit extra time, I will back comb, so I'll just literally pick up this section. Now I'm saying this as if I do this every time. I don't. This is for like special occasions, but I do like to have a bit of body just at the back like so. And while the curls are cooling, I find that this doesn't disrupt them too much. And I just like to kind of back comb that front section just so it doesn't fall so flat in my face. And the same with this side as well. Again, if you've got super thick, voluminous hair, lucky you, but you won't need to do this step really. So it's just if you've got kind of a bit of a limp kind of hair day going on. Sometimes I just leave it like this. If I'm just around the house or I've got a bit of time before I go out, the curls will drop anyway. However, if I want them to look a little bit more relaxed and kind of wave-like, then I will brush them through. So what I do is I grab my hairbrush and I spray it with hairspray, just a thin layer, and then I literally just run it through the curls very lightly. Not too much because you don't want to brush them all out, but once they cool down, they shouldn't disappear anyway. And you can kind of use your fingers as well, just to break them up. And then to finish it off, just another spritz of hairspray. Again, my hair doesn't hold, so I have to go in with the Mama hairspray, which I'll talk to you about at the end of the video. And there we go. That is how I'm currently styling my curls. Okay, so as promised, I thought I would run you through really quickly some of the products that I'm loving at the moment. First off, shampoo. So I've been using this shampoo and I absolutely love it. So this is by Aveda. It's the Rosemary and Mint Purifying Shampoo and the Conditioner. It makes my hair feel squeaky clean. I really like the smell, and I find that the next day, when sometimes my hair could usually feel a bit greasy, this actually stops that. And I've actually had second day hair where it looks like I've washed it, which never happens for me. The only thing is, sometimes I put my shampoo on and then I kind of leave it on for a bit, I shave my legs, soak myself up, do what I've got to do in the shower. You can't do that with this because I guess it's the mint side of it. It really stings your eyes. If you're in a really hot shower, the mint just kind of like burns your face a little bit. It's something that I've got around just by literally shampooing my hair, washing it out straight away. That's just my personal opinion. It might not do that to everyone. I just think if you're gonna wash your hair with this, don't be rubbing your eyes after because I think it will burn. But apart from that, which seems like a big deal, it's not that crazy. It's just a little bit of a tingle in your eye region. I really love it, and even though it does that, I've still been using it every day. So yeah, definitely love this. Then have my Bleach London Smoky Shampoo. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I've literally raved about this so much recently because I freaking love it. I love their purple shampoo, but I fancied a change and I thought, oh, smoky shampoo for a smoky, dirty blonde. I'll pick it up and give it a go. So that's exactly what I did. And guys, this literally takes out any brassy tones in your hair. I've used it in my hair about 4 times over the past few weeks, and that is why this colour here is just so, like, I don't know, it's just so like kind of ashy, and I just absolutely love it. So all you do with this is just a shampoo, so you just wash your hair with it, leave it on your hair for 5 to 10 minutes, wash it off, and brassy tones have gone. Very similar to purple shampoo. The only difference that I've noticed personally between purple shampoo and this one is that this is instant. Then I guess my favourite hair product ever is dry shampoo. I've got 2 at the moment that I'm using. This one is my ultimate favourite hair product ever. I absolutely love it. This is by got2b. It's the Extra Fresh Dry Shampoo. So last year I got sent a package of all the different scents for these and I absolutely loved it. Tried to rebuy it and I couldn't find it anywhere. However, recently I've been able to pick it up in Tesco and in Primark. It doesn't build up, smells really nice, except the orange one. Don't get the orange one. I found the smell of that a little bit granny. Didn't like that. This is my favourite one. And they do it in brunette version, a blonde version, or just the ordinary ones. I don't get a white residue. I literally love this so much and it's literally empty. Sad times. And the second one I actually got sent, this is by IGK and it's the First Class Charcoal Detox Dry Shampoo. I really like this one. It doesn't match this one for me. However, it smells so good. And for me, the smell is why I use this. It literally refreshes my hair. Second day hair when you're feeling a little bit like, oh, I should wash it, can't be bothered though, it would do me another day. It just makes your hair smell fresh, smell nice. Doesn't really leave a white residue. However, if I spray too much of it on and I don't brush it out, I can see it a little bit. And it does build up a little bit more than the got2b one, but like I said, it's the smell that does it for me. I absolutely love the scent of this. It just smells really good. Oh, next up, hairspray. Now I promise this is not a Scorched Cloth got2b advert. I just really love their products. If I do ever get to work with got2b, I would be very happy because yeah, it's definitely one of my favourite hair brands ever. And my first choice of hairspray is this one. This is the glued hairspray. If like me your hair's straight and you like to keep a curl in it, or if you put your hair up in a ponytail and you get kind of flyaways and you can never stop them, get this. It's basically glue for your hair, but in a good way. I remember buying this like years and years ago, and on the back it said something about holds mohawks in place. And I was like, that is my girl. That is what I need in a hairspray. Really great hairspray, holds my hair in place for so long. Literally updos, curly hair. If I'm going out on a night out, I would spray this when I backcomb my hair underneath and it keeps the body in. Amazing product. Nothing has ever beaten this for me. Even expensive hairsprays, I love this one. It does have quite a strong smell that makes me sneeze every time I use it. Little additional thing, doesn't really bother me that much. And if you spray this too close to a surface, you will get a layer of hairspray on the surface. So don't spray it near your laptop because it takes a long time to get it off. Aside from that, amazing product and it's totally worth a layer of hairspray everywhere, especially on your hair. The next one, I actually picked this one up when this got2b again, and this is a Too Sexy Volumizing Hairspray. This is a little bit of a softer hairspray, so something that I would wear maybe day to day, maybe like today if I just wanted to make sure my curls were going to stay in for a little while. Nothing too crazy, nothing too kind of groundbreaking. It's just a day-to-day, everyday hairspray. It smells really nice, kind of like raspberry scent, I think. Reminds me of raspberries anyway. But yeah, need some more of that. So then we have sea salt spray. Let me just grab them. And oh my god, another got2b one. Honestly, I do love their products and I can get them in Tesco, which is so easy for me. But yeah, got2b. I've actually just been sent a box of goodies from got2b and this is in there, but I've actually got this from when I bought it a little while ago. So this is the Beach Matte Texturizing Mermaid Look Sea Salt Spray. I used to use this years ago. I completely forgot about it. Saw it in Tesco on offer. I think it was like 3 for 2. Picked it up, love it. Doesn't make my hair feel sticky. Doesn't kind of do anything groundbreaking to my hair, but I do like to spray it into my palms, rub my palms together, and then just scrunch it through my curls. In fact, I'll do it now and show you what I do. Just a few pumps in your hand, rub it together, and just scrunch it through the ends of your curls, and it just kind of gives you a bit more texture, kind of separates your hair a little bit. Do you know what I mean? It just kind of gives your curls a bit something extra, and it just kind of refreshes your hair as well. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see a difference there, but that's what I use. That's what I use sea salt spray for. I do sometimes spray this in my hair when it's wet as well before I dry it. I don't really notice much difference if I do that. I prefer to scrunch it through my hair, so that's why I use that. Smells really nice as well. Then this one, I don't know where this turned up from, whether I got sent it or whether it was a little sample in a goodie box, I'm not sure, but I really like this one as well. This is by, oh my god, I don't know if I'm going to say that name, Satchajun. Someone tell me how to pronounce this product, please. This is the Ocean Mist Professional Hair Care. It's a very small bottle. Very similar to this, to be honest. I'm not sure on the price of this, I'll have to double check. The one thing that I prefer with this one is that it smells a little bit nicer. It's kind of got more of a perfumed smell, whereas this one you'd never know you put it on your hair really. But yeah. So then lastly, I have Heat Protect. So Heat Protect, I am currently using the Andrew Barton Heat Protect spray. I spray this on my hair when it's wet, when I remember to, and I feel like it just protects my hair from the heat because I use a lot of heat on my hair. Obviously, to get this style, I have to use straighteners. I find that my hair is more damaged than usual, and yeah, I really like it. I think you can pick this up in Asda. I've actually been sent this one because I did a campaign with them last year, like last summer, and it's lasted for so long. I'm still using it, and yeah, I really like it. That's what it says on the tin, and I like the smell. And then lastly is my very beaten up can. Look how dented this can is. My very beaten up can of Paul Mitchell Hot Off the Press Thermal Protection Hairspray. I have literally got about a centimetre of product left in this. I've used it so much. Again, I got this on a campaign I was working on before. I've rebought it since then. I absolutely love it. You would have seen this in the first section of this video, but I spray this on my straight hair before I curl it, just as like an added extra heat protect, but also it's a heat protect hairspray. So not only does it protect from heat, it also keeps the kind of style locked in a little bit longer, which is exactly what I need because my hair's so straight. So I really like this. I do use it quite a lot. Use GHDs to do these curls today. I have so many curling tongs. I have done tutorials before where I've used actual curlers. I'll link that down below or at the end of the video if you fancy watching that. However, recently I've really been enjoying curling my hair with straighteners. I feel like it gives me a little bit more of a natural kind of wave, and I like the way it drops out throughout the day. I still feel like the next day it has a bit of a wave to it as well. I don't know, it just gives you a different wave to what a curler would. And one thing that I like about these, which maybe makes me grab these out of my drawer more than another brand of hair straighteners, is that they turn themselves off. So if I'm out and I think, oh my gosh, did I turn my straighteners off? I know with these, the alarm on them will go off and they'll just switch off. Whereas with the iron, I know that the house will burn down and it gives me massive, massive panic attacks. Never left either on, I'll be glad to know, but at least I know with these they will turn off. But yeah, love them, easy to use, don't really notice much damage from them. Obviously you're gonna get a little bit with any sort of heat tong. They bleep when they turn on. I know when they're heated up because they bleep again, and they're orange, so yeah. This is literally like a really old hairdryer, but I really, really like it. So you guys, if you've been following my channel for a while, you will remember I used to work with Lee Stafford Hair. I did some videos with Lee and it was a really exciting time of my kind of YouTube career. I really, really enjoyed it. I got sent every single hairdryer and every single hair tong and product that he had, and I can safely say this is my favourite hairdryer. I actually used to use a pink one that sadly got too old. I used it too much and it just didn't really work anymore. I don't think I'd ever buy another brand of hairdryer willingly ever again. I really, really like these hairdryers. They're super light to use, they're cool colours, they do the job, they're good power as well. I feel like I can dry my hair in like 3 seconds with this. Love them. So guys, that is my complete hair video. I really hope this helped you. I hope it helped you kind of style your short hair. I know when you first get your hair cut short, it can be really, really hard to kind of get the knack of it and get it kind of how you like it. However, just remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. The short bits under here can never be seen. They don't need to be curly. In fact, they probably won't hold a curl because they're so short. It's just about embracing your hair, letting it be a bit messy, scrunching some product in it, letting it be a bit kind of crazy. I really like that on short hair. I think short hair that's too neat just doesn't work anyway. So the scruffier the better, so it's all good. If you like this video, of course, give it a nice big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Follow me over on Instagram. I upload loads of photos, but I also do kind of mini tutorials on my stories and kind of product mentions and things like that. So I'll leave the link on the screen now, or you can click the direct link down below in the description box. And every single product and tool or hairbrush that I've used today, I will be linking down below as well. So super easy for you to go and shop those items. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you again very soon for another video, perhaps in my office, perhaps in another room of the house. Who knows where we will end up, but we will find out next week. So see you then. Bye, guys.